Hi everyone. Come on in and welcome to Your Best You.
Our 50th show.
50th show. Such a wonderful thing to celebrate with you. I'm Reverend Dr. Kathleen Fennedy.
And I'm Joan Kasmarsik. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing good, Joan. How are you?
Other than having a little, not having my voice in full force, doing well.
Yeah, it was a big week this week,
Yes,
right?
it was. It was a very hard week on my voice.
Hard week on our voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are on Chakra Four. So, Joan might not talk very much again because it's a hard week on her voice this week, so you know that. I still might call her in for some talking, so. But yeah, Chakra Four, the heart chakra. And, we know again that that's right in the center. So we have the first three chakras, and then that balancing heart chakra, and then the three top chakras. And I always look at the heart chakra as the balancing, chakra. It's called the Anahata chakra in Sanskrit. Anahata chakra. So it's it's the pranic, almost life force. It's the air element. It's from the air element. We're going to talk a little bit about the heart chakra today in the show. And I know that I said in the last show that I was going to talk about a geographical heart chakra center, but I'm going to wait on that because, we've had so many things that have come up, as we're coming through our cultural evolution of our awakened self. We shoot right back down, as I said, and fight for our boundaries. We fight for our place and reinvent ourselves and our boundaries. And basically we do it individually and then we do it collectively. That right there is a boundary trying to come in.
Yes,
so I'm going to let Joan go bring the husky in. And bring the husky in. Usually the bringing of the husky in is a part of the show. It's a regular part of the show. And I know that I have viewers that just can't wait for this moment. Here's the husky. Hi, Chrissy. Yes, honey, watch the Amaryllis. So yeah, we're very much collectively in this upheaval time, where it's so much bloodshed and it's so much fighting for those first two chakra places. And the third chakra, ego will center. I thought instead, more appropriately, I'd bring the heart chakra bowl in today. And yes, Krista, I'm going to play the bowl. And I thought I'd go ahead and give us a moment to send our thoughts and prayers of love to those who are suffering, and to take also gratitude moments for our blessings, because when we do take those moments, we do end up generating more love. And love is a vibrational frequency. It's the highest of frequencies. It has so much power to do so much good and also not good. It's amazing. So we want to really set our intentions when we're working with any of our powers, because all of it has a positive and a negative, a good and an evil. We live in that planet. That's where we dwell, in the world of that. the Anahat. Anahata. The heart chakra. So, I was thinking about, the heart chakra, right? We hear so many different phrases. She has such an open heart. Whatever happened that caused them to close their heart so hard? Well, that was a cold heart indeed. He sure wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he? So we think of that when we think of the heart. There's this kind of positive, beautiful element to it. And then there's this other part of the heart. Harden not your heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But guard your heart. Don't be cold-hearted.
Yes.
Have an open heart. You see the balance of that?
Yeah, because they said to open your heart, but guard your heart. So
This is our evolutionary challenge, you see. We have a consciousness and a soul that helps to guide us and navigate. This AI can't do this stuff.
No.
Citizens, you see. Therein lies this element of being human, this ability that we have with our emotions. Sure, they can garner the emotional intelligence and create data and program the data and input it into a machine, but it still is never going to have the finesse of the human.
because we have a heart.
Because, yes, it's like we actually have this
Yes.
element within us. And yes, the heart muscle, believe it or not, the heart muscle itself is challenged by the heart energy of the human. Oh, he didn't really die from a broken heart. Au contraire, mon frère. Evidence shows the contrary. Where in fact scientific evidence shows that there's a certain percentage of people who have been misdiagnosed as dying from some kind of anatomical or physiological heart problem, where instead it was from the emotional, mental intelligence aspect of our being, which is a different part of us. That's why our will can pull us through things that the body is incapable of necessarily doing. But there's something else that goes on. Our love for someone can overpower us to lift a car to save their life, and they wonder, where did they get that power from? That's the power of love. See?
Yeah.
It's such a powerful force. And it's so abused. It's abused and abused and abused and abused. And it's used as an excuse. So how do we find a place within ourselves where we have that balanced? And of course, that's always going back to Chakra 1. And what did I say? Do you remember about not having a good structure? What ends up happening?
Well, you have to have a good base. You have to build a good structure.
So
or
what if
everything
you
will fall.
didn't have a good heart structure that was safe and made you feel loved when you were a child at heart at one?
Yeah, you've got. If you don't have a good base, it's going to be almost impossible. You can't build on a weak base.
Nothing's impossible. Impossible happens daily. But
But
what
you-
you
but you
can
can't
do is become
build it.
aware of it as we age on all levels of our aging. Oh, I'm 30, I reached it. Nope. I'm 40, I got it. Nope. I'm 50, I got it. Nope. I'm 90, I got it. Nope. I'm 100, I got it. Nope. We don't got it till we're gone, I think.
Very possible. Very possible.
Honestly, I do
Yeah.
think that.
Yeah.
So, well, there's such a bleeding heart. Well, I guess she ended up dying from a broken heart, didn't she? See?
Yeah.
The heart.
Yep.
And so, we go, well, how do we know? Is it our heart or our head? How do we balance? And you notice that location of the heart, it's just like it's between the head and the loins. So it by its own location is saying, I am your balancing element, right?
Not too much of one, not too much of the other.
Use me wisely.
Yeah.
Okay. Even this kind of idea that love kills. You overdose.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
He drowned her in his love or whatever, right? Okay, just not too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Okay, because everyone's at a different level of absorption and processing and where they are in the evolution. So it's just an interesting thing, this love aspect. But what we do know is you don't want to have too much.
And you don't want to have
Because that can cause you to kill for someone, right?
Yeah.
And that happens throughout history, it's happened.
Yeah, it has.
Okay. And they're saying, well, it's because
Crimes of passion.
it's because I loved them.
Right.
Well, I don't know, it may be confused, but that's still what we're saying from our throat chakra. So, okay, we'll look at that and say, okay.
Yeah.
That's, overkill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Literally, yes.
Right. And then you have the other, which is, total abandonment, cold-hearted
Right.
lifestyle
Right.
of, whatever. Because the Anahata chakra is unstuck. That's what it kind of translates as. Unstuck. Right.
Okay.
So, which means it's open. It's not attached, love shouldn't kill.
Exactly.
Well, that when you get to the point where you're having that over-attachment, that love and hate boundary is too thin.
Yeah,
it's fragile. It's
very
very fragile. Just like sanity and insanity. It's amazing. You just never know what it is for a person that's the triggering point for that.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing, we're very fragile, but we're very strong.
Yeah.
So, we have a little whimpering husky here. She thought she was going to be part of the show more, and I don't have the camera on her, and she knows, believe me, she knows she's not on camera. Crystal. You're so funny. We love you so much. And Ruby just is exhausted because I've been out in the garden doing a lot of gardening, green, I'm getting a little gazebo ready to put out there too, so I can sit outside. I want to do a show from there for everyone, so I'll be doing that.
Well, what's
setting
funny
that
about
up.
that is that you were telling me the other day that Crystal was trying to convince someone that she's not loved.
Yes, she's not
She's
loved.
not loved at all.
I'm rubbing her head with my toes right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how do we get in touch with our balancing of this heart chakra? Okay, and I thought I'd talk about that a little bit because it's important to know, what's going on with our balancing. And the generally, as I said, what happens is somewhere along the line we have been hurt. It doesn't have to necessarily happen in childhood. You can be traumatized. You can have
At any time.
had any kind. Honestly, it can happen anytime. And we want to keep rebalancing ourselves, even if you think you got it all down. Okay, life's a wonderful winding road. With ups and downs and all that, and be open enough in your heart to be able to be kind enough to allow yourself the fact that there are going to be mountains and valleys and winding roads and detours and things of that sort. Sometimes we get our eyes set so much on the goal that we come to an obstacle, a wall, okay, and we think, all right, what are we going to do? Blast through the wall, or I'll climb over the wall, or whatever about the wall, okay? I can get through that. But contemplate for a moment that perhaps that wall is offering the opportunity to not go over a cliff. And perhaps if you just went to the right, you'd go to the Garden of Eden, and if you went to the left, you'd go to, whatever else. I don't know. Use your imagination.
Yeah.
But think about the fact that how we perceive what we're looking at definitely has a strong determinative factor on the direction that we're going. So align, breathe, connect, and then direct. Because you may find that you're moving in a whole new way that you kind of like. And you may find that it actually is something that helps you along the way on the journey through life. So I don't know, but give it a try. One thing about the heart is if you find that you're having any struggles with what do I have them written down? Just the kind of the negative, the shadow side. You see, we're not just the light. We're the shadow. And again, I don't care where you are on your spiritual evolutionary journey or institutional religious position or whatever, private, shamanic path. We're not there yet no matter what, okay? Even that has shadow to deal with. When we get wherever we're going, wherever the heck that is, we'll know a little bit more. But right now, as no one is exempt from the aspect of being a human cast, not the first stone, unless you are without sin. And there's no one amongst us, not one, period. So we all have that. That humbles us, hopefully, and then we're able to realize that we aren't alone. Whatever we're feeling or going through privately, someone else may be going through that or more. And then we learn to develop an empathy for one another, but not until we're able to be forgiving and kind to ourselves. And, allow ourselves the opportunity to realize that we're human. If we say we don't make any mistakes and we have nothing to forgive, there's something missing there. There's a missing link there, say. And that it by itself, is a journey to take a look at that. But, be able to look at oneself and with the same eyes that we look with ourselves, we're then able to look at one another. And that generates a vibrational frequency. And as I said, love is the highest of frequencies. It can, you think about just like something like faith in the scripture of the Christian scripture would say, the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain. But I say, look how easy it is to lose a mustard seed. See? You don't even have it anymore. See? And he could have made it more than a mustard seed. So that, or you think about, although you may speak with the tongues of angels, if you have not love, you have nothing at all. So it really doesn't matter who the heck-a-majuser you are. You know what I'm saying? You could speak with the tongues of the angels. So if you have not love, you got nothing. Okay, so that we know throughout all of our scriptures, throughout all different traditions, we come to see that this love thing is pretty universal. And that we know that it has the power to heal. We know that prayer is an element and an expression of love through the relationship to the divine. And through that prayer facilitation of energy, it changes the dynamics, just like Reiki. We know these things. We have scientific studies now that prove them for the people who were not, clear and needed some type of scientific evidence,
Yeah.
So we say, what do we do to keep a heart, that may be, even open we want to, constantly do those affirmations. I love the affirmations. I am love. I'm infinite light. You've heard me over.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
I love them because your cells, they're proprioceptors, they're receptors, they're cellular memories, they're things, they pick it up, they hear. Your body hears us. And it receives what we say about ourselves. That's why when we were young and things, if we heard the feedback that was a negative, terrible feedback, your whole psychological and being, but your physiological being, all of that, we responded to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in your cells is what I'm saying. Even if you do external changes, your cells. So coming inside and being aware of who you are and your limitations and your beauty, and I'm infinite love. I forgive myself. Well, you go, I forgive everybody. No, you got to forgive yourself first. You can't forgive anybody else.
Yeah.
First, you forgive yourself. If you think you don't need forgiveness, then there's the problem. That's what I'm saying, you see. I don't need to forgive them. No, we need to forgive ourselves first. Then pour from that cup of forgiveness. I have an open heart. Okay, an open heart. An open heart doesn't close. An open heart doesn't shut down. An open heart forgives and allows, even for reconciliation. An open heart is open. And change and transformation has occurred. Why? Because love is in the room and love transforms. So it's this wonderful energy. I love love. You know me. I'm always about it, The love boat. But, it's this kind of like, more like of being so kind and loving to one another. It changes life. She wants to be on the camera. And then also, the other thing to remember is to eat your vegetables. Get air. Why would I say get air? Why would I say get air? You should know because I spoke about it in the beginning of the show. Why would I say get air?
Why would you just say because
Chakra 4 is the element of air.
The element, right, that's right. You said it's the element of air. So you need to.
Have you ever fallen in love?
Yes.
Don't you feel the air change?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do.
All right. Have you ever had someone die that you love? Have you had your heart and your ground pull out from underneath you?
Yep.
Okay, that's air element, and it's love, power.
Yeah.
Power of love. The power of love heals. The power of love transforms. The power of love can bring someone back from the dead, Someone they think is dying, but then, they go, the love pulls them back.
Yeah.
They bring love into the room just to get it going. And of course, the animal love that we deal with on a constant is that truly unconditional love that humans can't replicate yet.
No.
Even though we're supposedly the higher being.
Yes.
So, but we can't do that yet because we have too much judgment and unforgiveness. Okay, but the canine, the god dog, critter backwards there thing, it will love, and we bring them into facilities and people receive love and they light up.
Yeah, they do.
Love can light up
do.
a space.
Yeah.
So I guess today's show is,
that happen.
Keep the love alive, and you know that I'm always sending out love in the prayers that I put out for everyone in my community. And at this 50th show, I want to thank you so much from my heart to yours for being my viewer, being our viewer, coming and viewing with us through the whole time and the seasons, and growing and evolving as we grow and evolve, and try to keep it as fresh and relevant for you on this show, Your Best You. And
we appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I love you. You know that.
That's
And I'm always going to be sending out the love universal vibes, and hope that you get to be your best expression of yourself here on this planet, and enjoy your life, and keep your joy flowing always, and know that it's quick. It's a short time. It doesn't maybe feel that way, because we want it to be as long as possible, right?
Yep.
As long as we can possibly. So
Absolutely.
we want to take care of ourselves, and that gives us a longer, healthier shot at the whole, thing called life here.
yes, yes.
So enjoy it, and find the pleasures, the simple pleasure. I'm on the LinkedIn. You can go on over there and check that out. I have some things on Facebook too. And Crystal's here doing her Crystal Husky sound. Do you want to come up here? Come over here and see the camera to say bye-bye. I'm going to say bye. Blessings all, and remember, keep your hearts open. Namaste. See you soon.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.